You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. For Sympathy for the Devil, which is directed by Yuval Adler, who has directed a couple other films, such as Bethlehem, The Operative, and The Secrets We Keep. The Secrets We Keep also stars Joel Kinnaman, who, of course, is in this movie as well. You know him, of course, from The Informer, as the aforementioned Secrets We Keep, Suicide and the Suicide Squad, the RoboCop remake that they did in 2014, which is actually pretty good. I think that movie is given a bit of a bad rep. I think it's better than people remember. I wasn't crazy about it when I saw it, but for some reason I caught it again on TV, and I was like, okay, this kind of works. Anyways, and of course Nicolas Cage, who is one of my favorite actors in the game. I fucking love Nicolas Cage. I could go down the list, Moonstruck, Face Off, Snake Eyes, Bring Out the Dead. I should review Bring Out the Dead. I haven't reviewed that. That's a great fucking movie. City of Angels, fuck you. City of Angels is great. The Family Man, Kick-Ass, The Croods, Pig, which was one of my favorite films of 2021. Nicolas Cage fucking rules. And what I'll say about this is very much a Nicolas Cage movie. It's him in this insane, basically boogeyman sort of role where it takes advantage of his eccentric abilities of acting. That's how I'll put it. But I do think Nicolas Cage is just a great fucking actor. I haven't reviewed The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I don't have an excuse. I just haven't reviewed it yet. I am going to need to review it because that movie is fucking wonderful. But Nicolas Cage is exactly what I want in this movie. I will say this is a quick watch. This is a solid 90 minutes. Lean cut. Not overstaying its welcome. Knows what it needs to be. Gets in, gets out. My biggest compliment I can say about this movie is the plot itself is pretty... It goes kind of where you expect it to as far as why this is happening. There is a point where you just kind of go, well, the way you're pointing me, it kind of needs to be at least based on this thing. And it's explained well enough for you to appreciate it, but they definitely don't deep dive into why all this is happening. It's given a very simple explanation, and I went, you know what, that's fine for me. I could see some people kind of going, oh, that's it. But honestly, for me, I went, you know what, that's fine. For what this is that's fine. But the movie is as far as the plot, Joel Kinnaman, you don't really learn their names until really late in the movie. They just kind of refer to him as the driver, Joel Kinnaman, and the passenger, Nicolas Cage. So the driver is he's in Vegas, and he's going to a hospital where his wife is about to give birth to their new, I believe it's a daughter. And Nicolas Cage, as the passenger, just opens his back seat, or his back door, jumps in his back seat, and puts a gun to his head and says, "Drive." And it's such an intense way in which he does it, because the driver initially, when he sees Cage, he's like, "Okay, you know, I'm not an Uber. You're at a hospital. That could be an easy thing to mix up." And he just goes, "Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Fucking drive." And it's not as good as this, but it's kind of like the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 in a cab. That's very much kind of, you could tell that was definitely an influence on this movie, as well as something like Collateral. And it's just not as good as either of those, but I think this is a fun sprint. Uh, the back and forth between Cage and Kinnaman is actually quite interesting. Cage is just getting, as the passenger, he's just getting more and more irritated with the fact that Kinnaman is even questioning why any of this is happening, which in itself is a very dark but hilarious joke. And some of the reactions that Cage has to things that the driver says are fucking fantastic. There's a scene that's teased in the trailer involving a police officer that goes ahead and pulls uh, the driver and the passenger over. And the way that whole scene plays out and the dialogue afterwards is, if not my favorite scene, my second favorite scene in the movie. It's fucking wonderful and it's fucking hilarious and dark at the same time. It balances a lot of different tones pretty effectively, and that's one of the bigger compliments I can give this film. But you're never unaware of the danger because of how the film is formatted. But even as Cage is being, funny, you realize he could shoot he could shoot this guy at any time. So the film does a pretty good job with building tension but maintaining it throughout the 90-minute runtime. There's this point where the driver flat out pulls the look, I'm about to be a dad. My wife's in the hospital. I love my family, and and the driver pulls that, and Cage is the passenger. He just glares at him, and flat out goes, "I thought you were better than that. I thought you were better than going with that tired cliche." And it's in that moment you realize how much of a back and forth this is going to be, because Cage is just not having his bullshit. But at the same time, Cage has no room to be agitated because he's holding this motherfucker at gunpoint. And there are some fight scenes between the two of them that I thought were actually pretty well executed, given what I think is a pretty modest budget, but also given the circumstances. There is a point where the passenger or the driver flat out just tries to wreck the car, and the way that whole scene plays out, which leads into a scene that was teased in the trailer for the film, where they end up at this diner. That whole sequence, all the stuff within the diner, I had an absolute blast with. It acts almost like a second bottle film within what is essentially a bottle film, since they're in the cab for most of the film. But I had a lot of fun with this. I like what you find out about Cage's character and kind of why all this is happening. There is a great use of Alicia Bridges' "I Love the Nightlife." There's a great use of that song. That's a great fucking song, by the way. If you've not listened to that, highly recommend that you do. But that's a great fucking song, and the way they use that in this one scene is just delightful. But I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's a perfect movie to watch at home, and I know I've ranted about this before, but in the age of streaming, I don't need everything to be a home run. I can watch something at home and just be entertained and go, what, that was fun for what it is, or for what it was. And this is one of those movies that I ended up buying because it was on sale for like $6, and yeah, like $6. Yeah, this is worth $6. This will be something that I might just be scrolling through my Prime Video library and go, oh yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's throw this on. It's a fun watch. Like I said, it's an easy watch as well. It's not going to be on anyone's best of, but I do think that the performances between Kinnaman and Cage and their chemistry together, especially, does work really well. So this is a solid C+ for me. Yeah. If this is on sale on Black Friday or right now, I'm not sure if it's on sale right now, but but yeah, it's fun. It's a fun flick, and I think if you rented it, you'd be like, what, that was fun. So yeah, C+. But Sympathy for the Devil, everyone. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Let us know in the comments. You can follow us on all the socials because we're almost everywhere. You can follow us on socials at linktr.ee/jhunterrealpineapple. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Real Pineapple. That's REEL Pineapple. .bsky. reelpineapple.social. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you think of the show. If you have any questions, stuff you'd like me to review, talk to me. I'd love to hear from y'all. You can shoot me an email at jhunter@thereelpineapple. Again, REEL pineapple.com. You can follow me on TikTok at jhunterreelpineapple. You can follow me on Letterboxd at Black Shazam. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/jhunterreelpineapple. I am finally going to be streaming here in a couple weeks. So I will let y'all know as we get closer what the exact date and everything will be and the exact time and all that. But I've been working, getting my backgrounds and stuff finalized for the stream, and I'm ready. I'm excited. But you can follow me there, and then you can follow the show on YouTube. At YouTube, just search The Real Pineapple, and we'll pop up. And then lastly, go ahead and rate the show. Go ahead and leave a like, rate it. 5 stars, please, if you enjoyed it. But go ahead and rate the show, share it, like it. It definitely helps us out. You can follow us on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneUp, and Samsung Podcasts, to name a few, at The Real Pineapple. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We're going to have reviews coming up here soon for the rest of the month of Halloween. More scary reviews. I'm going to have a review for the whole Scream series the last week of the month. I'm really excited to bring that to y'all. I've got some other reviews coming out as well for Jennifer's Body. I haven't decided if I'm going to review Nightmare Before Christmas now or if I'm going to review it over the holiday season. So I'm debating on that one, but I'll have a review up for that here before the end of the year. I'm also going to have reviews up for The Birds, Hitchcock movie, which I haven't watched that in a while, but I'm really excited to rewatch that. I'm going to have a review for a Halloween heist episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as well as the Toy Story Halloween special. And then I'm going to review a Simpsons episode, a Treehouse of Horror with Bradley from oneofus.net. I'm real excited to have him back on the show. I love talking Simpsons. So, yeah, lots of Halloween stuff still coming down the pipeline, everyone. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. Get your COVID booster. Get your flu shot. We're heading into winter months. I want y'all to be safe. Take care of each other. And don't forget to keep it real.